You know what's really scary? The idea that something invisible could be growing inside your body, slowly, quietly, feeding off what you eat every day. But what if I told you that the same way cancer cells feed, you can actually starve them to death? Yeah, you heard that right. You can use food, not pills. It's not surgery, but the right foods to create an environment where cancer simply can't survive. Sounds powerful, right? Because it is. And today, we're diving deep into how you can literally starve cancer using science-backed nutrition. This isn't just another healthy video. This is about understanding how cancer actually eats, what fuels its growth, and how to cut off that fuel supply from the source, your plate. Now, before we dive in, let me make something clear. This isn't about fear. It's about power, the power of knowledge, and the choices we make every single day. Because once you understand what feeds cancer and what starves it, you'll never look at your meals the same way again. So, let's start with the truth that most people don't talk about. Cancer loves sugar. It's obsessed with it. If cancer cells could talk, they'd say, "Bring me sugar. The sweeter is the better." Why? Because cancer cells use a process called glycolysis. They burn glucose for energy at a crazy rate. In fact, cancer cells consume up to 10 times more glucose than normal cells. That's why one of the oldest medical scans for cancer, the PET scan, actually uses radioactive glucose. When doctors inject that into your body, the areas where the sugar is consumed the fastest light up on the screen. Those glowing spots are cancer feeding on sugar. Think about that. So when you drink soda, eat cookies, have refined carbs, you're not just feeding yourself, you might be feeding something else, something you don't want to grow. Now, I know what you're thinking. Okay, so I'll just stop eating sugar completely. But here's the catch. Your body needs some glucose to survive. So it's not about eliminating all sugar. It's about cutting off the excess, the processed, refined, added sugars that cancer loves. It's about balancing your fuel so that your healthy cells thrive, while your cancer cells starve. So if sugar feeds cancer, what starves it? The answer is ketones. When your body switches from burning sugar to burning fat, something that happens when you lower carbs and increase healthy fats, it starts producing ketones. And here's where it gets fascinating. Cancer cells can't efficiently use ketones for fuel. They just can't. So when your body is in a mild state of ketosis, not extreme starvation, just mild, your healthy cells adapt beautifully, but cancer cells begin to struggle. They literally get weaker. That's why a lot of emerging research is exploring ketogenic or low-carb diets as part of anti-cancer protocols. But listen, I'm not saying you need to jump straight into keto overnight. What I'm saying is, learn how to train your metabolism, eat in a way that doesn't constantly spike insulin, because insulin is another big player here. Insulin doesn't just help you store fat, it's also a growth signal, and cancer loves growth signals. When insulin levels are always high, from constant snacking, sugary drinks, and refined carbs, it creates a perfect environment for cancer to multiply. But when you bring insulin down, when you give your body space to rest, fast, and burn fat, you take away that signal, you calm the internal environment. Now imagine your body as a battlefield. On one side, your immune system, your soldiers. On the other, cancer cells trying to survive. What you eat is the terrain. If it's flooded with sugar, processed oils, and toxins, it's like giving cancer the high ground. But if your diet is rich in anti-inflammatory, nutrient-dense foods, your immune army gets stronger, smarter, faster. That's the power of an anti-cancer diet. So what does this kind of eating actually look like in real life? Let's paint that picture. Breakfast. You start your day with something that doesn't spike your blood sugar. Maybe some scrambled eggs cooked in olive oil or avocado oil, with spinach, garlic, and a side of fresh berries. You've got protein, antioxidants, healthy fats, and zero processed sugar. That's how you begin your day starving cancer. Then lunch. Instead of a big plate of white rice or bread, you go for something like a colorful salad bowl, broccoli, kale, bell peppers, cucumber, maybe some grilled salmon or tofu, a handful of walnuts, and a dressing made with olive oil, lemon, and turmeric. Because here's the thing, certain foods don't just not feed cancer, they actually fight it. Take cruciferous vegetables, broccoli, cabbage, cauliflower, kale. These are packed with compounds like sulforaphane, which literally helps your body detox carcinogens and slow tumor growth. Or garlic, rich in allicin, is a natural compound shown to boost immune defenses and block cancer cell communication. Then you've got turmeric, the golden warrior, containing curcumin, which helps shut down inflammation and inhibit cancer cell pathways. And berries, don't even get me started. Blueberries, raspberries, blackberries, these are like edible shields, packed with anthocyanins that protect your DNA and stop abnormal cell growth. Now think about your fats. Cancer hates omega-3 fats, the kind you get from wild salmon, chia seeds, flax seeds, walnuts. Omega-3 is calm inflammation and strengthen your cell membranes, making it harder for cancer to invade. But cancer loves processed vegetable oils like corn, soy, and sunflower oils because they're loaded with omega-6 that fuel inflammation. So when you swap those out for olive oil, avocado oil, coconut oil, you're literally changing your internal chemistry. Dinner. Maybe it's something warm and grounding, a bowl of vegetable soup made with onions, garlic, kale, mushrooms, lentils, and a sprinkle of black pepper and turmeric. Mushrooms are another secret weapon, especially ones like shiitake and reishi, because they boost natural killer cells, the immune warriors that hunt down and destroy cancer cells. And let's not forget fasting. Intermittent fasting isn't just a weight loss hack, it's a cellular cleansing system. When you go 14, 16, or even 18 hours without eating, your body enters a state called autophagy, where it starts cleaning out old, damaged cells and recycling them. Cancer cells hate that because they thrive in cluttered, inflamed environments. So by fasting, you're giving your body a deep internal detox that helps starve cancer naturally. Now, I know this might sound intense, but it's not about being perfect. It's about being aware. Every meal is a chance to either feed or fight cancer. Every grocery trip is a vote for your health or for disease. You get to choose. And here's the beautiful part. When you start eating this way, it's not just about preventing cancer. You'll notice your energy goes up, your skin clears, your mind feels sharper, you sleep better. Because this isn't just an anti-cancer diet, it's a pro-life diet. Let's talk about the hidden enemies too, because there are foods that quietly promote cancer behind the scenes. Processed meats like sausages, hot dogs, bacon, they're loaded with nitrates and chemicals that can damage your cells. Refined carbs, white bread, pastries, pasta, break down into sugar instantly, and those sugary drinks, they're cancer's favorite cocktail. But it's not just about what you eat. It's about how your food is made. Pesticides, artificial additives, and preservatives, they're part of the problem too. That's why going organic whenever possible, or at least washing your produce well, matters more than you think. Now here's something you might not expect. Stress can feed cancer too. Chronic stress raises cortisol and inflammation, two things cancer loves. So when you combine a calm mind with clean food, you're attacking cancer from both sides. Meditation, deep breathing, even walking outside, those aren't just feel-good habits. They're anti-cancer tools. Sleep too. Your immune system does most of its repair work while you sleep. Miss out on deep sleep, and your natural killer cells, the ones that destroy cancer cells, drop dramatically. So part of starving cancer is also letting your body rest deeply. Hydration plays its part too. Clean water helps flush toxins, supports digestion, and keeps your cells vibrant. But sugary drinks, sodas, and even excess alcohol, they're like poison to the system. Remember, cancer thrives in acidic, low-oxygen environments. Hydration, movement, and breathing help keep your body more alkaline and oxygen-rich, where cancer struggles to grow. Now, let's bring this together. Imagine your body as a garden. Cancer isn't some alien invasion. It's a weed that grows when the soil becomes toxic. Your job isn't to attack the weed with chemicals, it's to change the soil so it can't survive. That means nourishing your soil, your body, with real food, oxygen, sunlight, love, and movement. When you change the terrain, the weeds can't take over. That's why exercise is a game changer. Not just for weight control, but because it boosts oxygenation. Cancer cells hate oxygen. When you move, breathe deeply, and sweat, you're creating an internal environment where healthy cells thrive and cancer can't get comfortable. Even 30 minutes a day, walking, yoga, strength training can make a massive difference. And don't forget mindset, hope, gratitude, purpose. These aren't fluffy ideas. There's real science behind how your emotions influence your biology. Positive emotions reduce inflammation and strengthen immunity. When you eat right, move often, rest deeply, and think positively, you're sending a message to your body: heal, not decay. So, what's the ultimate anti-cancer diet in one sentence? It's a diet that lowers sugar, crushes inflammation, strengthens immunity, and fills your body with life-giving nutrients. Now, before we wrap up, let's get practical. Start small. Swap one thing at a time. Replace soda with water or green tea. Replace refined oils with olive or avocado oil. Add 1 serving of cruciferous veggies a day. Sprinkle turmeric on your meals. Add a handful of berries. It's these small shifts, done consistently, that add up to protection, strength, and vitality. You don't have to live in fear of cancer. You just have to understand its weaknesses. It's not invincible. It's vulnerable to oxygen, antioxidants, low sugar, strong immunity, and a balanced lifestyle. You have the tools. You have the power. You just need to use it. So, as you go through your day, every meal, every choice, ask yourself, am I feeding disease? Or am I feeding life? Remember, your fork is your weapon. Your kitchen is your pharmacy. Your habits are your medicine. is, you don't need to wait for a diagnosis to start fighting. Prevention starts now. And if you've made it this far, you're already different. You're already awake. You're already taking back control of your health. And that's something most people never do. If this video opened your eyes, share it with someone you love. Someone who needs to hear that food is not just calories, it's chemistry, it's information, it's power. Hit that like button, subscribe for more science-based health tips. And remember, the greatest gift you can give yourself is not another diet but the decision to fight for your life every single day. Eat with purpose, move with passion, live with awareness. Because when you do, cancer doesn't stand a chance.